That music you guys are hearing, that's street music. That's the neighborhood music that they play here. That's the soundtrack of the streets, not music that I added. We have arrived in Dublin.
But wait a minute, how did I get into Dublin?
By the way, the airport is well connected with all the buses, and we definitely need it because we're not staying in Dublin. We're going to, where is it? Limerick! Sorry, I wanted it to be dramatic and all that, but we are going to Limerick. But why Limerick out of all places? Well, you'll see. I'm literally crying because it's so cold. There's a taxi right behind us right there. Oh, whoa, wrong side. Borough to Liverpool, and this man came on, and I only saw his back, right? And he was speaking on the phone, and I thought he was speaking Chinese. But he turned around, and he was an Irishman.
Speaking Chinese?
Yes, no, speaking Irish. But I thought it was Chinese. This is gonna be a lot better than the airport, that's for sure. Go. Oh, we went all the way from Prague. Please be home. Huh? Oh, is it? Hi, Sinjao. Hi. Hello. Wow. Well, thank you for having us, Kim.
Yes.
Wow, this is awesome. Kim, Janet, and I went to the same high school. We were in many different classes together, and here we are, far away from Garden Grove, Limerick, Ireland. We came all this way. Last minute decision. I just saw a post on Facebook, and I'm like,
The food here tasted so home cooked, whatever that means. I'm just assuming because in my home, my mother doesn't really cook this kind of food, but you get my point. There was absolutely nothing generic or mundane about the food here. It's the classics that people associate with, but done in a way with a lot of care and attention to the quality.
wow, that was actually wonderfully delicious at Pat Robinson's. If you're in Adair, not to be confused with Adele, but that's not, anyways, not what we're talking about at all. But that was a great, great dinner at Pat Robinson's. Every meal was good. I think I had like some beef stew. Kim had the steak. Tim, her husband, had salad. Jenna had the fish and chips. Kim's mother had the pasta. Tim's mother had the stew. Off to a great start here in Ireland. I almost said Italy because we've been to many places, so I keep forgetting. But yeah, small town Ireland is really cold, but it's good to be here. Good to see friends. Am I in focus? I don't even know. Top of the morning to you, lads. I always wanted to say that. And I can because this is Ireland, and today all of us, including you guys, are gonna explore the Ring of Kerry.
The Ring of Kerry is an ultimate road trip potential along the coastal corner of Ireland. There are dozens of attractions, landmarks, castles, towns, natural wonders, and a lot of scenery to be observed. One of the best ways to explore Ireland is to rent a car and drive around. But keep in mind though, pay attention to driving on the other side of the road. It's definitely not easy, and I don't know if I could have done it.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah. Wow. That's pretty beautiful too.
I didn't really know much about Ireland. I didn't have proper time to prepare or plan or research. I seldom do these days, but nevertheless, the vastness and openness of the landscape was special in the sense that I was in Ireland, the mere fact that I was in Ireland. The idea of such a thing seemed impossible to me at one time, and even within a few days prior, I would have never imagined such a thing. That's right, me, Kyle, being in Ireland. That, combined with the spectacular scenery, well, that's why I liked Ireland so much.
But I think the thing that I love most about Ireland has to be these small towns, especially around the Ring of Kerry here. Just get into town, walk around, and see what delicious things you can eat, what interesting things you can find. I have to say I've seen a lot of landscapes and nature and stuff like that, but the landscape and the scenery around here is perfect. I wish I had a dog on a leash, and maybe off leash. Yeah, off leash, and we could go exploring together. That would be awesome for this environment. Wow. Oh, there's some swans out there too. It's beautiful out here in Ireland. So we are at the Limerick Weekend Milk Market. This is a weekend market, right? I think. Milk market. One of my favorite things about Europe, and definitely one of my favorite things about Ireland. Weekend markets. Oh yeah, that's a meat pie, all right. Oh yeah, that's, oh my god, that's freaking good. That looks freaking good. The only meat pies I know are from the freezer aisle. Heated in the microwave. This is so incredibly fresh. It's burning my tongue and I don't care. This was worth coming to Ireland for. The best part about a meat pie is that there's carrots in it, so you think you're having at least one portion of vegetables a day. Makes you feel a little bit less guilty.
And before we knew it, Limerick was over just as it started. Again, we packed our bags just a couple of nights after arriving, and we were off again in the wee morning hours.
It's okay. It's okay.
Have fun. Go. Good seeing you.
Okay. I'll see you when we get back, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, now what? It is bright and sunny, the weather is crisp and cool, very reminiscent of California, maybe during October or November, okay? But what I really appreciate about it compared to other parts of our trip so far is the fact that it's sunny and crisp. Other places have been very gloomy, so I'm appreciating that, and I'm appreciating the not only the architecture here, but also the modern aspects of art. For example, look at this behind me there. I don't know what that is, but either way, let's go find something to eat.
There's really no shortage of Asian food in Dublin. Some were way more Asian than others. But of course, I hope you guessed it by now. I was on the search for Vietnamese food. Of course.
Okay, so here we are at a place called Pho Vic, and they have been around since a long time. The owners emigrated here in the 70s, and they've been there ever since. They're only one of the few Vietnamese families here in Ireland remaining. And this place promises authentic Vietnamese food, and we have a big hunk of bun xeo on our table right now. It looks pretty authentic. I mean, it's yellow, after all. Not bad at all. I like the depth, the quality in this in terms of like the overall ingredients. You can tell that the ingredients are quality. You can really taste it. That's the thing. Okay, so far you can find good bun xeo in Ireland. right here. Okay, so the pho has arrived, and the vegetables are there, which is a good sign because good Vietnamese pho, they have to have bean sprouts. And believe it or not, a lot of places in this world do not offer bean sprouts for the pho. And it's not just northern style either, it's just they don't have it in their country. Or people don't demand for it. This feels identical to a bowl of pho in Orange County, California. The beef has to be better. Oh yeah. The Irish beef here, even at McDonald's, has been phenomenal. I can't think of a beef experience that has been this flavorful and this fresh, in my opinion. And I haven't been everywhere, but I've been to many places. This beef is phenomenal. The noodles look fresh. I prefer the dry noodles, like OC style, but the broth itself is delicious. How's the wu hui?
Tasted like baka. Lemongrass was missing.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. A lot of key ingredients like that are missing because people aren't looking for it, right? They have to kind of make the food for their main clienteles. And here, there aren't many Vietnamese people here. And I don't think most Irish people are gonna want to, eat something that's too strong or flavorful that we're used to. Something that's maybe high in MSG, or just something like, for example, that has a lot of lemongrass, because I don't think lemongrass is a staple ingredient here. Or maybe it's just too expensive to buy and all that. They have to keep the costs down, right? So keep that in mind when you're eating like Vietnamese food and whatnot. The reason why the food in Prague was so good was because it's primarily for Vietnamese people, right? But here, the Vietnamese food is for, well, locals and tourists alike. And most of them probably have not been to Vietnam, or know the difference between bún bò Huế and bò kho, for that matter. But it's still fun to try, right? And that's why I do it. I do it to show you guys that it exists. I do it to show you guys that the Vietnamese diaspora is strong. It's a sense of pride, right? Like, if you can eat pho anywhere in the world, that means that our people have been everywhere in this world, and that's what makes me so proud to bring this content to you. Even though to some, it's just eating another bowl of pho. No, it's not. The symbolism behind that, right? The fact that we're able to do so. That's what makes it so interesting. We are heading to the airport right now, and it is almost time to say goodbye to Janet. Thank you, Janet, for helping to produce some of the videos and hanging out with me. And I hope you had a wonderful time in Italy and other places.
Or other countries.
Yeah, just any thoughts?
No, it's sad, but I'm excited to go home. Sleep on my bed.
Yeah. Even though it seemed like it was a long time, it actually wasn't. It was just like 2 weeks worth of time. But either way, thank you so much, and for your patience and everything else.
Yes.
Yeah, it takes a lot of patience to travel with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll see Janet again. Next up, the Netherlands and the Dutch Vietnamese experience.
So it'll stop right here, so it won't be long.
It makes sense, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but it's starting to, you put the little shampoo thing, right? Okay.
Oh, nice.
There it goes.
That's how I wash the machine.